Well, hello, my beautiful Gemini, and welcome to my channel. This is Baba Jolie here with your career or money reading for the end of January right through the end of February 2024. I've already cleansed your space and I've meditated on your cards. For those of you who are returning, welcome back to my channel. Thank you so much for all your wonderful likes, shares, and subscribes. I am truly grateful for all your beautiful energy. Just a little reminder though, this is a general reading, not a one-to-one reading, just so you're aware. Also, please be mindful, scammers are about to pretend to be me and lots of other tarot readers. I do not do personal readings. I do not take your money, e-gifts, donations. I'm not on Facebook, WhatsApp, PayPal, Telegram, or Patreon. I will never ask you for your credit card details. I'll never ask for personal details. And I'll also never give you a cell phone number to call. So if anyone masquerading as me asks for anything at all, please report them or ignore them. It is a scam, okay? Let's move straight on with your reading. I'm going to cleanse your space hourly, so please be mindful. There's going to be 3 loud sounds. Let us begin. Okay, my beautiful Gemini, this is your career and money reading. I'm going to get your overarching energy first and then follow it with an in-depth look of what is coming your way. Okay, so let us begin. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Can you please guide them for their highest good? What are they meant to be aware of? Can you please show me the way? Right now, they're showing me a double number, 1414, okay? So this can indicate that you're going to see lots of synchronicities in the next couple of weeks regarding an opportunity that's coming your way. But I mean, 1414 tends to mean you're having a positive approach to your career and that you are actually going to make your visions become a reality. So I feel the universe is supporting your goals and dreams at this time. But you may see it a lot over the next 6 weeks because that is the energy that I'm reading for at the moment. I mean, looking at your overarching energy, you've got the Fool card here, the Tower, and the Sun. And the Tower is in the resistance position, which is exactly where you want it to be, okay? Now, your first card there is the Fool card, so a fresh approach to your career sector. Some of you are having lots of new ideas. Some of you are even launching new things, perhaps an entrepreneurship or a new idea in your entrepreneurship. And some of you are just literally changing up your practices in your every working day. Now, the Fool card indicates you have so much potential. You are a very gifted, talented individual, and some of you may be starting something new. So if you've been currently out of work and you've been looking for an opportunity, whether you were made redundant or whether you walked away from something, I definitely see that there is a new role coming up for you that's going to truly make you happy, okay? Now, I do have to say that 2024 is a restructure year. It's all about transition. So you're going to hear of like large companies doing a lot of restructuring or downsizing this year, okay? And even large brands that have been around for quite a long time. So I feel there is a restructure. You've got the Tower there. So maybe in your industry, doesn't have to mean in your company, there may be some sort of revamp or even a merge that's going on that may shock you or surprise you, or there may even be like a refurbishment going on because they're actually showing me boxes right now as well. So, I mean, boxes to me, spiritually, they tend to mean filing. So it can mean that you're going to be very busy doing, some filing there, whether it's like filing taxes or whether it's filing for your company or, dealing with a lot of documentation, administrative work, or just getting things in order. I really feel like you're going to be busy in the next 6 weeks. But it can also indicate, a refurb or a move. Or some of you are thinking about relocating and you're looking for new work somewhere else in a different part of the world or a different part of the country, okay? But the Fool card is taking a leap of faith, launching yourself into something, or even taking a chance. I feel some of you may be starting something new and you don't know where it's going to go or where it's going to lead, but I can see with the Sun card, it's going to lead to success, to positivity, and to a lot of joy and wealth there as well. Now it says here, trust in new beginnings. Approach your dream with a fresh view. So again, it kind of underpins all that energy that's coming through here. So I feel like the goal is the same, to create a life of luxury, of comfort, and something you're working towards. I feel like you may find an alternative approach to it that actually makes things a little bit more fun, a little bit more spontaneity. So I feel like you may be doing something that you've always done, but at the same time, you're doing it in a different way that kind of brings a breath of fresh air to it. okay? It's almost like fresh new start or a relief in some area of your career. Now, this can also indicate that some of you are strategizing behind the scenes to either launch, your own business, become an entrepreneur, or launch a new idea, or maybe some of you are even going to move up to management roles, move into a promotional raise energy, because this is like, you're starting from scratch, but you're really actually starting from experience is what I see there. As I feel like you're really good at what you do and you know a lot about what you do. But I feel some of you may actually go towards management roles, but also I feel like you're going to have some sort of meeting with a person, if you work for a company, who is in a hierarchical position. And you may give this person some really great advice on how to revamp the company, how to restructure in some way. You're going to be really surprised. This person really is listening to you, and they're going to take your ideas on board, and they're going to flip things around. And I feel like there's an energy here of you being really bold, daring, and having a lot of original ideas. And this person is actually going to elevate you quite quickly because they see that you are a real asset to the team. Okay, so don't be surprised if a promotion comes your way, or you make this very strong alliance in the company that you work for. And if you are an entrepreneur, some of you may be branching out, trying new ideas, or launching new things to do with your business just to keep things fresh. But also, I feel the pathway is clear for you to get to a really solid position in your career and also enjoy what you do. Because we spend so much time in a work environment. Some of us have 2 or 3 jobs, okay? So you may be spending 7 to 14 hours a day in a working environment. And, we can't be anywhere else. Many years ago, I spent time with a person and they really hated the job, right? I mean, it wasn't the best of jobs, but it was a job and it paid bills. And, some of the people we dealt with, they were not so nice. And this person was always frustrated. And I was like, can you be anywhere else? And they were like, what? And I said, right now, can you be anywhere else? And they said, well, no. And I said, okay, so wherever you are, be the soul of that place. Enjoy the moment. Try to find things in your working environment that you enjoy, because you have to be there because you can't be anywhere else. Everybody wants to be on vacation. Everybody else wants to be traveling the world and having exciting things to look forward to, but we can't be doing that all the time. So I feel you are looking at aspects of your role that you can almost like revamp to make it exciting, to make it more spontaneous, to make it more enjoyable. So for some of you, it could be that you're doing something very simple, like implementing new software to help streamline services to make you more efficient. Others are getting a filing system that perhaps makes them go quicker so that you've got more time for you, but also more time to do other tasks that perhaps need prioritizing. So I definitely see there's some sort of restructure going on in the way that you work. You're getting super organized, but I do feel like some of you beautiful Geminis out there are almost like starting your new year in February, right? It just feels like there's a part of you that is now launching yourself into that ambitious energy of having a dream, high expectations, and your expectations will be met. Okay. Now we do have the Tower here. It's in the resistance position, so it's like you got it in the reverse. Now, whenever you get a Tower in the reverse, it means, avoidance of anything really negative. Okay. There's a potential here for your world almost to be turned upside down, but I feel that you managed to avoid any sort of confusion or any chaos in any of these restructures. Now, I'm not saying that there's anything major happening here, because the Tower is not to be feared. The Tower actually helps you become unstuck. So you're feeling stuck in a situation, or you're feeling that you've been going round and round in circles, like it's the same old thing, just a different day, repetitive routine. I feel there is an opportunity here to liberate yourself out of a very stuck or dull situation, because you want to have fun. Okay, so some of you may literally be leaving a place of work because you found an alternative opportunity that you're going to be truly happy with and flourish in. So you may be saying goodbye to something that you were tied to for quite some time, and now you're kind of free to explore all the potential that you have to give in a situation. Because I feel this energy of some of you not wanting to waste your time and feeling that where you're at, maybe you're wasting resources and have unfulfilled potential. It's almost like you feel you need to challenge yourself in a really positive way in order to move up and level up to the next stage of your career. But the Tower energy, it can indicate that some of you, there are going to be some restructures in the working environment. This could be through policies, rules, regulations, also restructures and merges going on in your industry or in the place that you work. And I feel this energy of, it's almost like some of you may not be truly happy with some of the restructure energy, but it actually gives you a portal of change that will benefit you. Okay, so it's like an opportunity comes in that you'll seize the day on. And I feel this restructure, it actually, overall, it makes you feel really happy because it's going to give you one or two options. One is you stay where you're at and you move into a promotion, raise, or some sort of new role with new responsibility, because I feel like you stand out from the crowd in your environment. And I feel like there is promotion vibes here or more wealth. So there may be downsizing in some part of the company, but I feel the payoff is that, well, there'll be more work for you, my beautiful Gemini, but there will be like an incentive, financial incentive there as well. So there could be an increase in finances. I mean, there could also be more responsibility given. For example, like, being a fire warden in your company may give you an increase in finances because of the responsibility. There's like a little incentive or bonus there. And the other option is if you're not happy with the changes and the restructure, then you're finding an alternative opportunity that is even better than the one that you just had. So I feel like you're stepping into something really exciting over the next coming weeks. Now, the Tower energy, some of you may have been feeling a little bit isolated in your current working circumstances, okay? And I feel like you're going to change that. I feel there is an energy of an alliance at your working environment. So if you're deciding to stay where you're at, I feel like there's someone new who comes in, okay? Because I feel there's a really weird energy about your reading where it feels like the industry that you're working in, there is restructure. So there are going to be some downsizing things, downsizing moments, should I say, where there are redundancies, but I feel like they're hiring in other sectors. It's really odd, the energy that I've got coming in. So there may be some sort of change in status or change in, the role or the title of your role or the title of people's roles. And I feel there's an opportunity here for you to step into a role with a title that gives you a lot of responsibility, but also status, okay? And it'll help you later on should you ever want to move up the ladder in a different arena. I just feel like there's a gateway being opened for you in your career. Also, I feel, it's almost like there's an alliance coming in. So where there may be some people leaving in your industry or the company that you work for, there's going to be some more people hired. And I feel in that group of people, there is a real alliance there for you who actually has some sort of connection. It feels like a connection that they may introduce you to that's actually going to help you later on in your career. But I feel it's almost like you become firm friends with this person and firm friends with the connection that does not work for the company. So I feel some of you may even set up a business with this person later on down the line, okay? So I feel there's a really strong alliance coming in there for you as well. Now it says here, accept change. When opportunity knocks, open the door. So it's an opportunity. The Tower literally means surprise. And anything that is in the reverse, it turns into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks. So it tells me that by the end of February, there is a major surprise, a new chapter happening in your career in some way. And at first, it may feel a little bit like disconcerting because there's change, there's upheaval in some way, but actually it works in your favor, okay? So human beings, we like to have some level of routine in our life because we know where we're at. but I feel changes that are going on around outside of your energy that you're not in control of. It can make you feel a little bit like, well, where do I fit into this? But actually you fit in really nicely because the universe has a plan for you to reach your goal. This is a card of success. This is a card of flourishing in your role. Anything you start, it will be so successful right now. So if you have an idea that is really maverick, that is different, I feel like you're shaking things up a little bit, launching either a business idea or even becoming your own boss. I definitely get a sense here that you have a lot of power. And also, the Sun card is a card of positivity. You know, it actually comes after the Tower, so it's like an awakening. And, okay, thanks so much, I'm so grateful. I'm being given an image of, oh, this is so, like, this is so old-fashioned, let's put it this way. You know, corrector fluid, you know, I think some people call it Tipex, it's corrector fluid. You know, they're showing me, like, one of those corrector fluid strips, okay, that you put across something if you've made a mistake when you're writing or typing, okay? Now, this can indicate that there could be some sort of, I mean, I don't want to say it's course correction, but it might be. If it's a course correction, I feel like you are in charge of that course correction because the Fool card indicates you're being bold, daring, and launching something new. So you could even think about moving into a new sector. But I mean, it could indicate that there is a need to correct something this month, or you discover a cover-up, okay, that will shock you because, I mean, these two cards literally mean discovery of something that's hidden because we have the Tower there, which can be something that is isolated, alone, or protected, and we've got the Sun card, which is a revelation, like everything hidden comes to light. So, I feel my guides are trying to give me the signs and symbols to highlight the energy that they really want to pinpoint here. So, I mean, in your industry, you may discover a piece of information that you really need as an important ingredient to your path, or it could be that you discover a cover-up, something that's going on behind the scenes in your working environment. And, I mean, some of you could be a whistleblower on this, or I feel some of you could find a solution to help the situation in some way for the positive. Okay, so that's coming out there too. But the Sun card is success. It is reaching your goal. It is about feeling proud of yourself and knowing that you are thriving and flourishing in a situation that had the potential to have some pitfalls there. Because I feel, you know, you're protected and redirected towards, you know, better times or your goal, whatever it is that you've been trying to achieve. It literally says there, celebrate yourself, connecting with your inner child. And the Fool card is exactly what you intend to do, to have a little bit more fun, you know, enjoy the process, connect to your true life's mission and purpose, and do something that is totally in alignment with your heart. You know, they always say, follow your passion and purpose and you'll never work a day in your life because it doesn't feel like work. You know, all those entrepreneurs out there, I'm sure you probably disagree because although you're following your passion and you're doing whatever it is that you desire, also you're probably working 24/7 rather than 9 to 5. So I feel, you know, it has its payoffs. It's, you know, there's always ups and downs. But I actually feel like you're in a really good position to stand out from the crowd in some area of your career. And I feel this is only just the beginning of the great stuff that's coming your way. Now let's look a little bit deeper there at what is coming towards you. I mean, the Sun card also indicates wealth. So let's see what's happening on a bit more of a detailed scale for you. The Tower. You got that Tower twice. We got the Ace of Swords. So major breakthrough here. Could be a sudden epiphany. The Tower is like a sudden idea that comes to you. We got the Magician card. You're in control of this. This change, you've got this. The Magician card indicates you're turning your dreams, your manifestations into reality, and you're working really hard at it, but also the universe supports your dream and your goals. We got the Nine of Cups, so a wish. This could be what's going to surprise you. That something that you've been hoping for quite some time, or something that you've been praying for, is actually going to be in your reality, you know, on the physical plane, the material plane there, it's going to show up for you. And we've also got the Page of Wands. Be bold, be daring. Pages bring news. So there is some sort of revelatory news in February for you that you will celebrate. And it's almost like you're being highlighted for your skill set, that you are actually someone who is a force to be reckoned with, but also that you are a great contender and an asset to anybody on their team, whether you work for someone or not, whether you are an entrepreneur. You know, I feel people in your industry are seeing that you are someone who is on the way up. But there's a real major energy here of my beautiful Geminis, either launching something new or trying something out, explorative energy, which the collective are really picking up on in particular for February. Now we do have the Tower, okay? Now the Tower, of course, stands tall and is something that stands out. And I definitely see that that is your energy. But it can also indicate some of you need to isolate yourself to focus on something. It could be that you are trying to go off grid a little bit just to make sure you have no distractions. But also the Tower is restructure. And I feel you are so in control of these changes. The Tower is liberating you out of a stuck situation. So it could be a new idea to earn more money. I'm going to pull some cards on your money situation, but looking at it, I feel, you know, it's almost like you're looking at what works in your career or what doesn't work. So if you work for a company, for example, you may be looking at certain outdated practices that are truly archaic and just wasting your time. And you're trying to be more time efficient. They're showing me a clock right now, which tells me that you are either on the clock or you feel that you have a deadline to adhere to and you can't waste any time. But also it can be that you have promised yourself that you're going to do certain things by certain dates and you're making sure that you adhere to that, because I feel like you're being quite strict with yourself, with your time this year. And the Tower is basically to rebuild something. So when you have the Tower, it can indicate something didn't work out in the first place, and now there's a fresh new start, and you are rebuilding in some way, but you're rebuilding stronger than ever before, and it sets you apart, okay? Now, sometimes when there is radical change in our life, it comes at a cost. We start to feel really nervous. We start to feel really anxious and out of control because we feel, you know, I'm out of my comfort zone. But in this case, I really feel it benefits you. Like many years ago, I left a really high paid job. It was very toxic. The people were just, you know, the environment was soul destroying, let's put it that way. But they paid really well, and it gave me an opportunity to look after my family and my friends and, you know, just do life and have a little bit more sense of ease when I went home of an evening. But at the same time, during the day, I was like walking on eggshells. People were aggressive. It was a very, you know, not a very nice place. Long story short, I would never have left that environment if the universe hadn't sent me a Tower. The moment I was sent a Tower, I became very, very still. Like, okay, I am speechless. I don't know what to do next. And it's almost like the universe was like, stay still, because wisdom comes in stillness. And then suddenly, all the things I truly wanted, everything I wished for and worked really hard for, that was never going to happen in that environment. And I knew it deep down, but I was scared to leave because it paid the bills. Suddenly, the universe started to deliver those things that I truly wanted effortlessly. And this is what's happening for you. We've got the Nine of Cups here. Your wishes are becoming a reality, okay? But it indicates some sort of change or restructure in the way that you work. And at first, it may feel a little bit like it's almost like you're out of your depth, or you're feeling that you're doing something that is in uncharted territory, but it's so good for you in the long term because a wish is being delivered with this Nine of Cups, okay? Now, the Nine of Cups, of course, you're wishing for something. And with the Sun card, the Magician card, and the Page of Wands, it tells me it shows up for you. You get news on it, and you will celebrate this. It's happening. So whether it is that you've been interviewing for new roles, suddenly you're going to find the one that's perfect for you, that's totally in alignment with your purpose and your passion. And I feel like you're being able to express yourself and, you know, venture forward and dream big. Okay, some of you, if you have a vision board, because they're showing me a vision board right now, if some of you have a vision board, look again at the vision board, because what I'm being given is you're going to be so surprised when you see something that's actually on your vision board and has been for quite some time. It shows up exactly the way it is, okay? Okay, they're giving me like an energy from, I don't know if you've ever read The Secret or watched it. Many, many years ago, I read The Secret, and they're giving me a story from The Secret. There was a gentleman there who, in that book, he basically set up his own business, and he walked past like this particular mansion, I think it was. I mean, we can all dream, right? And that's what it's all about, of course, manifestations and dreams becoming a reality. But this person they dreamed of having this mansion as their home. And what they did was they took a picture, cut it all up, put it on the vision board, and just got busy working. Forgot about the vision board, saw it every day, but it almost blended in with the furniture. And then one day had children, and then was packing up and was moving into a new home, and had accumulated quite a lot of wealth and was buying a mansion, right? And then as he was unpacking the boxes, one of his children said, Daddy, look, this picture, it's our house. And then he literally went to his vision board and was like, oh my gosh, I literally bought the house that I put on my vision board. And to some degree, he was completely unaware, but he'd made that vision board. And I feel some of you, there is something on your vision board that is literally going to show up for you exactly the way it is on that vision board. So manifestations, very strong for you right now. Pay close attention to the power of your mind, because thoughts, they become things. And of course, they require action, and that's exactly what you're going to be doing. Now, because we have the Tower and we have the Temperance card and we have the Ace of Swords here, it's in the reverse to start with, and this does lend itself to some sort of cover-up or dishonesty, or you judging a person that you feel has done something that, it's not that you cannot forgive it, but I feel it's a big deal. Okay, that's what's coming up there. So there could be some cross words with somebody, or you discover that somebody has done something and tries to pin it on somebody else. There's something like that coming through. So I'm just going to move on from that energy, but you will find a resolution. Okay, Ace of Swords in this position. Some of you may have felt a little bit of brain fog recently. You have wonderful ideas, and I feel like you're totally goal-oriented and you're going to be very productive. I do feel like you're going to be very busy and have a lot of administrative tasks to adhere to over the next couple of weeks. But some of you may have felt that you are a little bit clouded or a little bit brain fog energy, and you may be looking at your diet, or you may be looking at your environment and seeing that actually it's been playing havoc with your hormones, or playing havoc with your focus in some way, is what I've got. Because the Ace of Swords is clarity, and it's in the resistance position. So it can indicate some of you, may need to correct something that you overlooked, or that you have to, revisit and correct there. But also it could mean that some of you may discover that a substance that you're drinking or eating is actually, really affecting the way that you work. So it could be that you're getting migraines because this is of the mind. It could also be that there's stress levels and you're trying to limit those stress levels, but you may notice like things like cortisol are up. It could also be a food substance that is triggering that, or perhaps it's lack of sleep, or it's your environment in some way. So I feel some of you are looking on a more personal level at trying to amplify your productivity, but at the same time get back on track and get super focused and organized over the next couple of weeks, because I feel some really great things are coming in. Ace of Swords, if you've gone for an interview and you haven't heard, I feel like you will shortly. February. It seems delayed for some reason, okay? I feel like this could be that it goes to a different governing body, but I feel like you're going to hear some news that you're going to celebrate. So if you have been interviewing for jobs or putting your resume out there, I feel like you're going to hear of an opportunity, and I feel like it's yours, okay? I definitely see there's an opportunity here for you. Now, the Ace of Swords also, it will go into the upright by the end of the 6 weeks, which means a major breakthrough happening in your career. The law of karma is working in your favor for a positive transformation. So I feel there's really great information coming your way, but things are going to pick up pace, okay? So I feel you need to be in a position to be on optimum form, because I feel like you're going to be doing a lot of multitasking over the next coming weeks. But I feel some of you, behind the scenes, you may be writing a project, or you may be writing a book, or you may be, implementing some sort of idea that you're about to launch, and you're keeping it on the down low for a little while until you feel it's time to reveal it. Yeah, I feel like you will reveal it, and I feel you may even do like a soft launch of it first before you have a big reveal. But I actually see that people look at whatever it is you've created and see how talented and gifted you are. And I feel there's going to be a lot of people wanting to either collaborate with you or reach out with you to develop something in some way. So I definitely got that coming through as well there. Now, some of you may have to give a presentation last minute, okay? And you may feel that you're not ready for it because it's been thrust upon you last minute. So, for example, if you work for a company and you have to give a presentation, normally, maybe it's not your turn this time, and the person who's meant to give the presentation either becomes unwell, and you have to step in and fill their shoes for that moment. It may be very last minute, so you haven't had time to prepare, but you're going to be awesome. You're so going to ace it. That's what I'm being given here. You are going to find the words, you're eloquent, you're powerful, and you command a room, is what I see here for you as well. So if you are giving a presentation, or you are needing to communicate something in your working environment over the next coming weeks, even if it's just a meeting and you knew about this meeting, I definitely see that you command the room, you command respect, and I feel that it goes in your favor, okay? You win the room. That's what I'm being given there. Now, also we have the Temperance card. It's in the resistance position. Okay, and for some of you, this is an energy of chaos. You may feel there's a lot of chaotic energy or disruptive energy around you at the moment. So for example, and I'm just giving you an example here, if you're an entrepreneur and you work for yourself, maybe you've hired an office and it's extra busy and noisy over the next coming weeks, and you can't concentrate, or it could be that there is road works outside or demolitions like I've got across the street there. Even if you work from home, for example, there could be some sort of distractions or loud noise or something that messes with the equilibrium of the environment. And I feel it's frustrating, but I feel it's still not going to derail you. I feel like you managed to do something about it. So either you remove yourself, because they give me the word remove. So it could be that you're removing yourself from the situation and going to work in a coffee store, if that's something you could do. It's really interesting. I'm only talking about myself here, but I've got the reconstruction work going on across the street that's taking a very long time, and it's super noisy sometimes. And suddenly I can't concentrate at all. It depends on what machine they're using, but sometimes I'm completely I can't find the word, or I can't do something, but I could happily go to a coffee store with all the hustle bustle, people, loads of different conversations, the coffee machine going off, and I am fully on target. I can do whatever I need to do. It's really weird how we can use certain noises to help us to channel productivity, or it can hinder us. It's all about the vibration. So I feel if it's really messing with your motivation and your focus, then removing yourself or doing something about it is truly important. And you may find that you need to in the month of February. I mean, for some of you, it could be that someone is going to be talking really loudly, and you're like, what is this? Could you just, I'm trying to concentrate here. So yeah, that's coming through there as well. Now, some of you with the Tower, the Ace of Swords, and the Temperance card, all in the resistance position, some of you may have just come back from holiday, for example, or vacation, or a little bit of time out. Some of you may have even come back from maternity leave, and you're easing yourself back into the working environment. And if you were made redundant, or you didn't have a role and you've come to this reading, I feel like you will be starting a new role and you'll ease yourself into this. But this is all about your purpose. It's about, getting back on track. And that's what I feel with your energy. It's like you're getting back on track. And when you come back from a vacation, and even if it's 2 weeks, suddenly you forgot all your passwords. Suddenly you're like, how do I do this again? Oh my gosh. Because you just enjoyed yourself. You switched off and you let your heart sing, and you had freedom and had great times. So if you're that person, I feel it will take you some adjustment to get back into the flow. But of course, you're really awesome at what you do. So it will be second nature. You'll be back into the swing of things in no time. Now, you do have a lot of major arcanas in your reading for the month of February. Now, of course, I use a deck that is only major arcanas, but this is a full deck. And you're getting the Magician card, the Temperance card, the Tower. These are major energies to tell me that there is a big shift happening in your career sector. And the power of your mind is working in your favor. The Magician card indicates that, all that you desire, you have all the resources to make it happen. Plus, the universe is giving you an extra boost of energy to make your manifestations become a reality. The Magician card is super focus, okay? So I definitely see that you are going to be on target. I feel like you're very skillful. I feel that you're going to accomplish whatever it is you set out to do. But also, this is about having confidence in your working environment. So I feel there is a potential to step into a new role over the next 6 weeks. And because you were chosen for this role, it just gives you that extra boost of confidence, because it sort of underlines the fact that you are really great at what you do. You're passionate, you're driven, and I feel you know, your success rate is going to be super high there as well. Now, it's really a potent message of your creator ability, okay? That your thoughts become things, you're forging these new things in your reality, and you're connecting to the four elements, you know, having the earth, fire, water, and air elements available to you. So, of course, Wands, fire energy is all about your passion, your tenacity, your driven energy, your motivation and drive. Also, air, of course, is your mind, incredible supercomputer mind, very intelligent. You've got great ideas. Then you've got earth, and that's all about the plan, stuff that you'll see on the physical plane, putting the effort in and, you know, faithfully working towards something that you desire. And of course, you've got water, which is the dream, the vision to make it happen. So I feel everything is working in your favor. Everything is starting to slot into place, and you're going to see evidence in February of some sort of critical moment, or it's almost like something comes to a climax, or it feels like a milestone in your career that you will celebrate in the month of February there as well. Okay. A magician indicates you've got this. You know, you're skillful, you're making things happen, and they're happening on your own terms. But there is some sort of restructure energy and something that may surprise you in the month of February. But I feel like you've got this. You turn it into your favor. Now, your last card there is the Page of Wands. Pages, as I mentioned, bring news. So some sort of communication, something that actually has taken a long time to happen for you. I feel there could be some bureaucracy or red tape that had to happen first before you get this opportunity. So it may have been a long time coming for you, or it could be that, you know you needed to make some changes or restructures in the way that you approach work or your career sector in some way, and you didn't really want to think about it until you felt the time was right. And now the time is right, okay? With the Page of Wands, you're being bold, daring, you're leading with your desire, and you're venturing forward to either begin a new project, or it's you acting on a new idea, or you're enthusiastic about the next steps of your career in some way. And the Page of Wands actually means as well that you faithfully and diligently move towards your goal, and that, you know, you're committed to achieving whatever it is you set out to do, and you're not going to stop until you finish. But also, it can indicate an energy of enjoying yourself. So there could be some sort of creative project or creative aspect, or you're finding a creative approach to whatever it is that you do there. Now, also, you may be eager to launch something new, but I also feel getting good advice is important as well. So if you're launching an entrepreneurship, make sure you get advice on the legalities, or you learn how to set things up in a legal structure. Also, you know, if you are stepping into a new position, because as I said, there's this energy of like suddenly a dream opportunity arises and you're stepping into a new role, but it feels very much like you're making it your own, or it's the start of something, even though you're quite established at what you do. So again, there's this energy of starting from scratch, but not really. It's like you're starting from experience. You've got a wealth of experience. So, I mean, the only way I could describe that is if you work for a company, for example, and a new role becomes available, and it's a role that perhaps has not been filled by anybody. It's a new role that's being created, and you're stepping into that, but you've been working for the company for quite some time, so you know how it works. You also have a lot of knowledge there, and it feels like this role was meant for you. But it could also be that, you know, you have a wealth of knowledge and you're interviewing for something and you're going to get a new role. Now, let me just have a look at the energy of money. I mean, Nine of Cups indicates you're commanding wishes. So I feel there could be an increase in money here for you, but it is in your protagonist energy. So with the Page of Wands, I'm just trying to, with the Magician energy as well, I feel, you know, you are increasing your money in, let me just pull a card on it. I feel like you are increasing your money, but it feels like a staircase rather than like a larger amount. Let me just clarify. Thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Guardian Angels. Can you please clarify the money aspect for my beautiful Gemini? Page of Pentacles. Yeah, as I said, it's a small increase. Pages, it's like a starting fee. So some of you, there may be an increase later on, or, I mean, if it's a probationary period, I feel that there is more money to come. And if you're an entrepreneur, this could mean that you're hearing news of an increase in money. So whether you have new clients coming in or more attention, especially with the Sun card, clients paying more attention to your services, then I definitely see that there will be an increase in your money. Slow and steady does win that race, but with the Page of Pentacles there, it feels like there is a small increase or a small offering financially. You're going to be able to save a little bit more money this month. Now, for some of you, because we have the Page of Pentacles, some of you, I feel like you're looking at the effort that you put in and how your salary reflects what you do. So you may be looking at asking your boss for a raise, or you may hear that there is some sort of inflation raise or some sort of incentive given, maybe even a little bit of a bonus in some way, because I do see an increase. But also some of you may be applying to study something new, to upskill in some way, and it will increase your potential to earn money. Okay, so it could be that you've put yourself on a class of learning or got a certification or qualification, or perhaps you're coming to the end of study and you're going to use that knowledge in order to put yourself in a position to gain more. But all these pages, I mean, it tells me whatever it is that you're doing that's new, it's going to work really in your favor, and it's a very exciting time indeed. It's the beginning of something. You cultivating your prosperity, and good things are not far away. Okay, you're going to be able to put away a little bit of money there as well on your savings plans, pensions. So I feel there's going to be just a little bit excess money this month for you as well. Okay, so you can save it down. Now, thank you so much, Spirit Guides, Spirit Angels. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What do they need to know? Do they want that card? I think they do. Can you please guide my beautiful Gemini? What else do they need to know regarding their career and their money situation? We have Wish Granted. I mean, look, this is even a different deck, and I'm getting the same energy. You know, your Nine of Cups is a wish fulfillment card, and please always look up the meanings of the cards online, because you'll know that each card has a specific meaning. But also, I'm being given energy to direct the flow of what my guides want you to be aware of for your month ahead. So Nine of Cups there is wishes being granted. And then you've got, in a different deck, a wish being granted. And it says here, what you've asked for is coming true. Oh, sorry. What you've asked for is coming true. Sorry about that. Meditate on your desired outcome to assist you in the manifestation process. So strong manifestation skills this month. Miracles, good luck, and prayers. So that really was highlighted in this reading in particular. We've also got Walking Unscathed. It's so interesting because everybody who's pretty much got a tower got this card as well. So Walking Unscathed, that can mean that there is a potential for a pitfall or a surprise, but actually you avoid any disaster. You avoid anything that is truly impactful in a negative way in your career. So it says, you are fortunate. A trap was laid out for you, but you were too smart to fall for it. Protected, undamaged, safe. Okay, so if someone is trying to micromanage you or try to frame you or set you up for something, especially since we've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse position, it can indicate someone's got a secret, or you uncover something, someone acting in low vibe. I did get an energy of perhaps you'll be a whistleblower on that. Of course, take it to the top if you feel it's necessary, but I feel you are protected and redirected. And remember, if you feel like a position did not go your way, you are experiencing rejection for protection and redirection towards something better. It's a silver lining. It takes you out of a very negative or toxic situation, or something that is going to end in no growth. It's going nowhere. So the universe sends you that tower in order to liberate you from that position, in order to bring you to a place that offers you something better. Okay. Now we do have planning phase. So this is something that you've been thinking about for a while, that perhaps you haven't actioned yet, but the time is now, and I feel like you will launch this. It says, take a step back and plan the necessary steps to move forward so you may turn your goals into reality. Strategy, research, and plotting. And of course, there was the wish granted right there, and we have breaking molds. And as I think I mentioned, you know, there seems to be a role that seems to have been made just for you. okay? Because I feel like you have a very unique skill set. So it could really connect to this card. It says, break boundaries, erase all identifications, anything which fixes you permanently into one mold. New way, different and unique, okay? So I feel, you're not meant or even built to be put in a box. I feel like you think outside the box. If you've hit a glass ceiling in some area of your career, you cannot be contained. I feel like you're unstoppable in your energy and you're breaking through any limitations. That's what your tower is doing for you. It's working for you, not against you. It's helping you liberate out of a very stuck situation, or if someone is trying to contain you or trying to make you do what they want you to do. I feel like there's no restraints here. And also, I feel like you are erecting healthier boundaries in your working environment because you're having the courage to say no. Okay, there's certain things that you will do, certain things that you won't do, and certain things that perhaps you may feel waste time. And I feel like you're going to be very vocal about anything that perhaps is not time efficient, whether it's in your own company or whether it's, in a career where you've been working for a company, or even if you're interviewing. I feel you may be offered lots of different interviews and you'll look at them and go, actually, no, I don't want to work for that place because it's got a reputation for treating people really horrendously. I feel like you're having the courage to say no because you know that there is something laid out for you that is going to be so enjoyable, so positive, and utilizes your skill set and helps you thrive and rise, is what I see there, okay? So I'm just going to go and get... Okay, so we have, isn't it interesting? We got the sun rune for you. So that was your overarching last card. So that's the strongest dominant energy about positivity, about success, reaching your goal, being really excited and embracing the joy of the moment and leaving any difficult times behind. Things are going to pick up pace, as I said there, but I do feel things are getting better and working in your favor. And of course, we've got the crown. The crown chakra is to know, okay? We can visualize a future, but we must believe and receive, okay? To know that you'll be successful, to know that you will reach your goal. Whenever you hear of all these celebrities or these people in positions of power, some people are arrogant, right? Okay, I'm not talking about that energy. I'm talking about the people who really believe in themselves, like unwavering belief that they are always going to be successful. And it happened. Believe in yourself. There was actually a very famous actor, Anthony Hopkins. I'm being given his face right now, and I do believe it came up in a reading a couple of years ago, maybe even last year. I can't really remember, but I went to source the video and I looked at it myself, and actually Anthony Hopkins is talking in a video on his own channel and says, even if you don't believe, even if things are going wrong for you, believe, no matter what's happening, believe. And he keeps saying the word believe, okay? He says, because that's what he did, and look where he got to in his career. He says, no matter the doubts, no matter the pitfalls, believe, because these are tests that are sent to us to just make us check in with if we feel like we're on the right path, or if there's an alternative route to get to where you want to go. So believe and receive. And the crown also reminds you about your power. Wear your crown wherever you're going. Any room you enter in, I definitely see you command the room. So this is also indicative of a leadership position coming in, or knowing that you are the best at your skill set, at what you do, and that there is nobody better, okay? So if you're interviewing as well, remember your power. I feel that you are going to win the room over, and the position will be yours as well, because you are talented and have a very exciting skill set, but also you're not afraid to say when something's not working. You diplomatically but honestly say, look, I can see a better way of working this. And then you put it to the room and they're like, oh, we never thought about that. And I feel you are genuinely an asset to any team or any industry that you work for, okay? So I'll leave it there. I hope something resonates in this reading for you. If it does, please like or subscribe to my channel. Completely free for you. All you have to do is press a little bell that lets you know when I update my next message. It lets me know that you resonate with the reading, which is so important for me too. Thank you so much, my beautiful Gemini, and love and light.